Most people are now aware that many in the population are having a problem digesting gluten. But can you imagine the shock if, after your next medical appointment, you are told that for the rest of your life you cannot eat anything from your favourite bakery, from any fast food burger or pizza or sandwich outlet? You probably can't have 80% of goods on supermarket shelves. And if you go out for a meal, you'll have to grill the chef or hosts for 10 minutes before you can actually make a meal selection to see if you can eat safely there. And your beer options are now just down to one or two, and that you've had to specially get those in for yourself, and therefore you've got to cart them with you when you go out. Well, this is the reality for more than 1 in 100 in the Western world. They have celiac disease, a potentially life-threatening reaction to gluten, which is the main protein found in wheat, rye and barley, and therefore in every single product that has any trace of these. But you may not be aware that this problem is just the tip of the iceberg regarding gluten sensitivity. With some experts predicting that up to 50% of the population will be avoiding gluten in the next few years, this issue has now moved from being a minor health problem to being mainstream. Now, the gluten-free industry has been the fastest growing food segment in the world since 2008. And despite much research that's gone into producing good replacements for the everyday breads that we all consume, current gluten-free bakery goods, especially breads and pastries, have been very disappointing. And many would say that they're just simply inedible. Well, with our 16 years of research and testing, we believe that we have finally cracked the code in this regard. Our award-winning formula for breads and pastries is actually opening doors to a whole new world of bakery products for this very rapidly growing and quite demanding industry. You get what you pay for. Unfortunately, this is not always true when it comes to gluten-free baked goods. So you go to the supermarket for some gluten-free bread, or you order some online, and what do you get? Typically, an overpriced, small, strange-smelling, strange-tasting, eggy, cakey loaf that's either heavy, damp and crumbly, or dry and crumbly. Now, when we conduct bread trials, we use 11 different categories with which we score the quality of the breads. And the first 3 categories are lightness. Is the bread light and soft? Texture. Does the texture have that right amount of flexibility without actually being rubbery? And taste. Does the bread taste normal, or can you detect strange, unbread-like flavours in it? We constantly compare our results alongside not just every other gluten-free bread that we could get hold of nationally or internationally, but with wheat breads as well. This means we are now world leaders in the gluten-free baked goods sector. This attention to detail, this utter obsession we have to get it right, means that we are set to corner the gluten-free fresh baked goods market within months of our product rollout. We tested our product in probably the most difficult and discerning, toughest marketplace, and that is the Gluten-Free Expo in Melbourne. This is a place that has very discerning and critical customers from everywhere, and we had a baker supply our product fresh to those customers, and we totally sold out of the product within the first 2 hours of the opening of the expo. It was a total success and proves the product capacity for the future. We also have a baker who's recently sold his gluten-based bakery, just a normal wheat-based bakery that he's had for 35 years, and he's now set up as a complete gluten-free bakery based purely on our mix. And he is so keen on this, he believes he can make a better living from the sales of gluten-free than he can from his traditional bakery. So he's now servicing the service industry in his area and is very excited about it. Our dry mix tonnage sales over the past 12 months has more than doubled. We also have wholesale distributors nationally. That's going well. We've also had quite a bit of international interest, both from the USA, Canada, also from Europe and England and South Africa. We're also in talks currently with the Japanese importer who's keen on distributing our mix through Japan, along with his boutique wines and other fine foods. And we're also very excited about our new flaky pastry development, which is gluten-free, of course. And the services of some key advisors for this next rollout phase, covering areas of corporate expansion, technical expertise in machinery, equipment and food production, and in financial services. We also have 2 co-investors on board for our first bakery cafe. Along with our existing partners, the first of our new Freedom Bakeries, which will no doubt become Australia's must-go-to destination for the tens of thousands of gluten-sensitive individuals and families that have been hanging out for some decent breads and pastries. Milestones and big plans to sign up some key players in some big industries, to continue our product development, to expand our national distribution, and to gain some new partner networks and expertise in the food services. I believe you have got a great opportunity to have a positive impact in people's lives, as well as be at the forefront of a very rapidly growing market, and to benefit from a growing business model that's generating healthy returns.